Joining me today to discuss the progress of the USA Men's Under-19 National Championships late in day 4, cricket commentator Leonard Achaibar of New York, and once again, the ever-enthusiastic Dave Jagernauth. Lenny, tell us about yourself. How long have you been involved in American cricket?
Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Dave. Nice to see you guys. Nate, I've been here a while, but in 2006, I started to do a lot more media / commentary work within the region. I'm based in New York, so the Mid-Atlantic region is a place that I've gone a lot around. I've traveled all across the United States and even outside to do some commentary and do some cricketing work. So it's been some years now.
What do you feel about this tournament, the significance of it across the country, and the current state of youth, especially U19 cricket in the USA?
Well, I think it was a tournament that badly needed to happen, as the news has been quite foretelling in telling us that we haven't seen a national tournament for a very, very long time. And I think we've seen some very, very strong talent. And this is just the junior level. And in my opinion, over the years, the United States have always produced some very good talent. We do have some good cricketers. The pathway to these nationals and these regional tournaments will only enhance the talent that we have here. But we've seen first of all, the efforts and the intent to really bring out the best in junior cricket in the United States. And I think it has really paid off in the few days we've seen so far. With still a couple more days to go.
And Dave, your Mid-Atlantic zone is headed to the national championship final. You called it last weekend. Did the usual suspects show up for you?
Yeah, they did. Not most of some of them didn't get score as much as I would like. But yeah, I think with Sai, Yasir did good today. Pranav got a good start a couple days ago. Chaitanya didn't get. He didn't get off no game yet. And the bowling. The boys definitely playing as a team. The chemistry is there. That's one thing I always say about this Mid-Atlantic guys. They have a chemistry, and that chemistry helped them to defend totals. But their batting is very strong. We have a deep batting lineup. And like I said, Pranav didn't show up yet. Yasir showed some form today. As we see Ishan and Ritik in the first game. And Nitesh, the captain. Nitesh, the captain, is a very, very good batsman. And he's still, he's been going in, I think, at 7, even probably later. So, yeah, they look very set for the finals.
Meanwhile, the East are looking for their first win tomorrow against the Midwest Zone. The East Zone look like they can score a little bit. Midwest Zone haven't got their batting going at all, but they seem to have the bowling to do some damage. Lenny, what do you say to these teams if you're their coach?
Yeah, they will have to get their act quickly. It's been a little tough competition for the ones that have been losing. I can probably sympathize with New York. I think one of the things, like many of the other regions, for them to have really picked their best team, it was always a bit of a challenge. The regions are very big. For example, New York covers a very large area, and I think the coaches and whoever selected the team may have found the problem really to get some of the best talent out of the region. Mohammed Shah, or the captain of the team, he's a accomplished player, and these days he plays with the senior boy with not too much league cricket in the not too much youth cricket in the New York area. So these guys, quite a few of the players, Derek Prasad, Ansar Yassim, Bhatia, and all these fellas, they're very, very good players. But I think, as in the case of New York, I would want to think that they were a little short on getting much needed practice to select one of their better teams to really go up to Texas.
Yes, and meanwhile, on the Midwest Zone, Anwar Ali has pretty much been their most consistent player. Tejas Vishal has been pretty solid. Parth Patel, Mon Patel, Mohit Patel all bowled well. So we'll see how they match up tomorrow.
I'll predict a win for New York tomorrow.
For the East?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
keep saying New York. I'm so used to New York.
yeah. And guys, let me while I'm on New York, let me just mention something that I've noticed over the last 5 or 10 years with New York cricket. New York over the years, when it comes to junior cricket and even senior cricket, was heavily dependent on West Indian product. We seem to have lost, and when I say we, New York seemed to have lost that traction that it had with so many West Indian, even young and senior player over the years. New York, New Jersey used to be a hotbed of West Indian immigrants arriving in this country. And over the years, what we have seen, I would say within like in the last 5 years, we've seen a big influx and a lot more domination from the Asian kids. Bangladesh. There's been a lot of Bangladesh kids now picking up cricket and playing. New Jersey, for example, just across the bridge, you see a big influx of Indians and even the Pakistanis. So my thinking is that and West Indian have really supplemented the system with quality players over the years. We've seen youth cricket probably not at the strength as what New York is used to. I think it has to be the fact that we are not seeing, for whatever reason, we are not seeing too many West Indian kids around, or maybe they haven't come to the trials or what the situation is. But definitely when you look at the mix, in New York and even the Mid-Atlantic region, and Dave would know that, we were beginning to see the diminishing support from the West Indian community with supplementing the system.
The more kids that play of all sorts, the better we'll be. And you don't like seeing a traditional segment of the population kind of slip away.
I think this tournament will probably bring out some of the kids from the wood. They with this tournament catching such a big fanfare, people will start paying attention. Hopefully, yeah, because there is the New York PSLA school system. I don't think much of those kids went to the trials. Probably 10 of them, I think, went to the trials. I don't know why, but hopefully next year they will be more.
Yeah, let's hope USA can bring them under the umbrella a little bit better. Moving on, a game for second place in Group A, the Colts versus the South Zone. Colts have probably looked like the strongest team that's not currently in the mix for the top spot in either group. Slade Van Staden has lived up to his billing, and they seem a lot deeper than we might have thought. South have struggled with their batting, but have bowled quite well so far and look like one of the best bowling units in the whole tournament. Dave, how do you see this game shaping up?
It's gonna be an exciting one. Like you said, South definitely the bowling is strong. The batting, I think Rohan gonna need to stabilize the top order. He have to bat through to see them to a good total, because they do have the power hitter in Abhiram and Aryan Shah, Adi in the middle order that can come in and do it. But again, Colts have the momentum, and it seems like they're the favorite as of right now. South have a better bowling lineup than Mid-Atlantic, so Colts will feel a bit more challenged this time in their batting.
Yeah, and I also think it's gonna be Van Staden is gonna be a key man, of course, as we have seen from Colts, and I think if they can get him early, the game is gonna play a whole lot different. There might be a little bit more different balance if Van Staden is neutralized, or if he comes out. On the other hand, if he gets going tomorrow again, I mean, we've seen his appetite for runs. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised we see 100 number 4 from the overall thing, and he's really an accomplished player. He's going to be the key man. He's going to stand between a victory and a loss there for tomorrow.
Yeah, I think we saw how well the Colts can do when he lays the platform for them. When he gets them into the 40th overs, into those overs, and then they can just play freely with several wickets to spare. They're dangerous. They clearly showed that yesterday. So I agree. I think he'll be the key. Can they get him out of there early, because he's shown a ton of patience, and he hits a lot of sixes. So he can stay there and play out a good bowler, and then he can take advantage of the bad balls. And so you're going to have to consistently come at him with good balls the whole innings, I think.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Finally, we have the biggest game of the tournament to date. Effectively, it's a semifinal. Southwest Zone faces West Zone Reds, and I think we all predicted this. Dave, are we in for a good game or what?
On paper, we are, but cricket is play on the day. You never know what could go on. What could happen. On paper, we are. It's definitely a big game. I mean, this is where the big boys got to step up now. Everybody's been making runs, but I think tomorrow is where it matters. Sanjay got to come good tomorrow.
Yeah, he's had a little bit of bad luck, but he's managed to prove himself the best performing bowler in the tournament in the meantime. His bowling numbers have been ridiculous, so it's he won't be denied one way or another. They could definitely use him tomorrow, but they've certainly showed off their depth in the meantime. Yeah. It makes you wonder how dangerous they could be if he does click, though.
Yeah, that's tomorrow game. I think everybody will be focused on those two main game tomorrow. South and those two, West and Southwest. I mean, it doesn't matter which one we face. It's going to be tough no matter what, but we're prepared and ready. We're waiting.
Lenny, how do you see that game shaping up? Do you think the home team there, they've the Southwest Zone playing on their own ground, basically, you think that's going to be a factor tomorrow?
It could be. It could be. I see them doing well. They do have a very balanced team. They're going to be. I'm pretty sure that they know what's at stake. And I think they'll enjoy some home advantage there tomorrow. I think they'll probably come through tomorrow.
I mean, neither team have been tested yet. Now they're going to be tested. As we know, Midwest is not as strong. So East wasn't as strong. So now we're going to see what the Edo team is capable of.
I think it's the first time in the tournament we'll see two teams with very good batting and very good bowling, both on fire at the moment. So it's going to be a clash of the Titans, something I've definitely been looking forward to. It'll really be a good test, I think, for us to see who can really stand up, and it might make the man of the tournament tomorrow.
Yeah,
definitely.
Well, thanks for joining me, guys. I know we'll chat soon.
No problem, buddy. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
On Wednesday night, I had a chance to talk to centurion Rehman Dar, who at the time was in the lead for runs in the tournament. Rehman, welcome. And how did it feel to come through big in such a big tournament?
It felt really good as a player. I needed to get some runs on the board. Obviously, I was just trying to bat long in there and score for my team and score big and put my team in a position to win the game.
So the East Zone started well in both innings of their previous game, and then they faded off. You really set the stage for your team today to put up a big total. Without giving too much away, what was your game plan against the East Zone?
So coming in the game, I watched a video of yesterday's game. I believe it was yesterday, the West Zone Reds versus East. I was spectating their bowling attack and all that. And their new ball bowlers were actually pretty good line and length and good swing. So my plan was to, rotate the strike, single, double, bad balls, punish away, and just bat them out. And then the spinners just keep batting through, like 20 overs for my team. And yeah, keep rotating the strike and all that. Playing in the V, yeah, that's about it.
Between minor league cricket, where we had you on our U21 team of the tournament, the zonal training groups, the MLC Elite Camp, how much do you feel this past year has helped you develop as a cricketer?
It has developed me a lot because playing such high competition cricket, it obviously impacts your game in a huge way. Playing with elite players, like top-notch players, and playing in top-notch facilities like Prairie View, and that camp really helped me a lot, getting more experience batting on turf, and the top-class coaches like Corey Anderson, Dane Pidet, Corny Dry, and all of them, like, they have played such international cricket, and it's a great learning experience for me, and yeah.
So we know everyone wants to make the USA U19 team. Regardless of all of that, what would it mean to you and your teammates to win this tournament, the Nationals?
I would take it as, for me, I want to win this because I want Texas' name to be out there as well. So for the Texas fan base, it's going to be huge for our youth to win this tournament and be like, yeah, Texas has some good cricketers out there as well.
Now, it seems like the talent in this U19 group has grown a bit since the 2019 selection trials. Would you say that that's a fair assessment?
Yes, for sure. There's a lot of competition, especially in these national championships. It's not easy, such high-level competition. All the players are good. Like, all the teams are good. Well, like, all 11, 14 players. So no one is really the underdog in this tournament. Anything can happen at any stage. So you got to play on top of your game every game, or you may fall behind. So obviously, very good high-level competition.
What advantage do you think it gives you to have the Prairie View facility so close by?
Obviously, I personally take it. I mean, since we're the kind of the host team, got to take it like, oh, I have an advantage because I've played here on these wickets before, so I know the conditions better, like more than the others. So obviously, it's an experience. There's more experience playing on these wickets before, and that helps me score runs.
The next game you have coming up against the Reds, that's going to be, it looks like the biggest game of the tournament up until that point anyways. Have you been looking forward to that? Is it something you're going to start doing now that the other two games are done? And are you excited about testing yourself against that team?
Yes, obviously very excited. It's a semifinal game. I'm mentally preparing on how to play these bowlers. I've been watching the videos. They have some good bowling, obviously, like good competition bowling. But I'm like preparing mentally and my game plan towards on how I'm gonna approach the innings and how I'm gonna like score runs for my team and to make my team win.
What do you think is the biggest strength of your team, the Southwest?
Strength-wise, I think we're a very well-balanced team. So in batting departments, we're good, and in bowling department, we're good as well. So like we're very well-balanced, and I don't think there's like many teams well-balanced like that, like us. And on top of that, we have home advantage. We're playing on these pitches long enough to know. So I think that's our strength.
I imagine you know a lot. You know all the players on your team fairly well.
Oh yes, we've been playing tournaments. Obviously, the U21 minor league was there. They came and got to know the Houston, Austin players. So we play in tournaments all around. We all have great team chemistry. Obviously, we've been playing pretty long now.
And so you have pretty good camaraderie. You all get along well.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, we all get along well.
Well, great. Well, thanks for your time, and have a good day tomorrow in the pool. I hope the sun comes out for you.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
Stay tuned for more coverage of the USA Men's U19 National Championship here with Emerging Cricket.